Starting this list with Fortune Arterial. Originally a visual novel, Fortune Arterial's story revolves around the male protagonist Kohei, who transfers into a prestigious public school in the style of an English 6-year school encompassing junior high and high school students. The school is on an island named Tamatsu Island, offshore from mainland Japan, and the only way to get there is by boat. Soon after transferring, he discovers that one of the students who is in the class next door to him, named Erica, is in fact a type of vampire. The plot is pretty much what you would expect from a harem rom-com with the addition of vampires. Moving on, we have Black Tomb. Kurozuka or Black Tomb is an anime about a man named Kuro. Kuro flees into the mountains after losing to his brother Minamoto, the first shogun to rule all of Japan. History records that he committed suicide, but instead, Kuro meets a strange, beautiful woman named Kuramitsu in her mountain hermitage. Eventually, Kuro falls in love with Kuramitsu, but then realizes that she conceals a dark secret. He learns that he is unable to die and continues to live for 1,000 years as Japan evolves into a future society. This is a good show to watch if you're after some good action and aren't overly concerned with the story. This is a story about love, loss, betrayal, and revenge, and these aspects of the show are what makes it interesting to watch. Next up is Rosario to Vampire. The story follows our unfortunate high school male character, who has just been enrolled in a school he doesn't even know. That is when his parents found an admission pass on the ground by accident. As he unknowingly enters this new world, he has a run-in with the most attractive girl on campus. Little does he know is that the school is for monsters that hate humans and would probably kill any human on sight, and that beautiful girl is in reality a powerful vampire. From here on, he tries his best to protect his identity and live a normal school life and cope with the upcoming problems he will face. Next we have Jitsuwata. The story follows our main character, who one day suddenly finds out that the girl he has crush on is actually a vampire. According to her father's rules, she has to now quit school in order to keep her family safe. However, our main character promises that he will keep her true nature a secret. Unfortunately, this turns out to be easier said than done, as he is a man who is easy to read and is unable to keep any secrets to himself. Moreover, more supernatural beings enter his life, and he is forced to protect all of their identities or face the consequences. Coming in next is UQ Holder, which is also known as Mahou Sensei Nijima 2. Our main character Tuda is an ordinary boy raised in a small rural town. His mundane life suddenly changes when his mentor, McDowell, reveals herself to be a vampire. After saving Tuda from a mortal wound, she causes him to become immortal as well. Now, he has to learn about his past and cope up with his newfound power of immortality. Even though it has vampires, the show primarily focuses on more action and comedy rather than bloodsucking. Next on the list is Blood Lad. Our main character Stas is a powerful vampire who rules the eastern district of Demon World. According to rumors, he is a bloodthirsty and merciless monster, but in reality, Stas is just an otaku obsessed with Japanese culture and completely uninterested in human blood. Leaving the management of his territory to his underlings, Stas spends his days lazing around, indulging in anime, manga, and games. This anime completely parodies the vampire genre and makes it hilarious rather than horrifying. Be sure to give it a watch if you haven't already. I believe you will enjoy it. Next we have Dance in the Vampire Bund. Vampire Bund's plot revolves around the vampire princess. However, it's really the subtle things that impresses me the most. Shaft, the studio that made this anime, has a knack at making an impression of the subtlest things, which brings the plot together. Vampire Bund's story spans centuries of vampire history and glory and the darkness within. It shows that vampires are not just creatures sleeping in coffins locked away in the Middle Ages, but also advance in technology and culture as humans do. It's an enormous theme, and it's certainly not an easy task to depict it, but Shaft does a great job doing it. It was quite different from the usual vampire tropes in different anime, and if you want something different, then give it a try. Moving on, we have Devil's Line. The story connects a vampire named Onzai together with a college student named Tsukasa. She is saved by this mysterious character after being attacked by a vampire. It also turns out that Anzai is a vampire himself and has to control his bloodlust. But the catch is, he is a hybrid of a human and vampire. Depending on your taste, you might not find it to be very entertaining to watch, but if you are looking for vampire romance, then give it a try. Next on the list is Strike the Blood. Strike the Blood is an anime that I enjoyed mostly because of the harem aspect and the fact that our main character is overpowered. Other than that, it's pretty cliche and some people might not like it for that. Our protagonist is a vampire, moreover he is the fourth progenitor, meaning a very powerful one at that. The world building in this anime is a bit lackluster, as many things aren't completely explained. But if you watch all 5 seasons with patience, then you will start understanding it and definitely enjoy it as well. And last but not the least, we have the case study of Vanitas. This is an anime that pleasantly surprised me, as I wasn't expecting it to be so good. The anime revolves around a duo of male characters that basically go around purifying vampires or something like that. Even though this might sound pretty simple, it's actually not. I'm not going to explain the story, because I think it would be better if you experience it firsthand. The romance in this anime is, however, not so much. You won't see various romance scenes here, but there are some scenes in this anime that even surpasses a kissing scene.